So I guess an average day, to put it simply, is looking at what you do in your own home and what you do with your own kids. So in terms of getting up in the morning, having breakfast together, getting ready for school, and then whilst your children are at school, getting the house ready for at the end of the day. You've got dinner prepared and thinking about activities in the evening, so whether you need scout uniform ready or football kits ready, pick them up from school, come back, have a play in the garden, whether it's TV time or play their electrical devices with them, and then supporting that young person with their settling routine, whether it's showers, baths, getting into pajamas, story time, tucking them into bed. And then, I guess what I would say I do in my own home is what I do here at the Orchard. So at times I'm thinking I'm in the garden or I'm at a park and I'm having a great time with that young person, developing a relationship and, for example, playing football, but I'm getting paid to be in sports gear with a young person, playing football and seeing the enjoyment that brings to their life, I think. So my background is sports coaching, working in schools in the local community, coaching predominantly football. And I saw this job advert and I thought, well, my strength is working with children, and predominantly I'm working with like groups of 30 children at a time, 1 to 30. So I thought if I can do well in those environments, then working one-to-one with children, I should be even better, so yeah. Speaking to colleagues who have worked in other companies in the residential sector and hearing some of those stories, I truly feel that I'm in the right company that looks after these children, and no matter what is needed for that young person and what's in their best interest of that young person, our company will do everything they can to put that into place. So whether that's buying resources or subscribing to extracurricular activities beyond budget, if that's right for that young person and gives benefits, then our company does that. I truly believe that I'm working in a good moral company for that reason. So since I've started, I've done all the mandatory training, whether that be on our online courses. We've also done our proactive approaches course, which is mandatory for everyone to start. And those are all annual refreshers as well. After like my 6-month probation, I've been put on my level 4 apprenticeship. And then from there, I'll be put onto my management training, my level 5, which is a degree equivalent. And then hopefully the Managers Academy will start again in the new year, which again is accredited as on par with a degree level course. The physical activity, the 3 young boys that have been in my care at the Orchard since I've been here, all 3 have managed to complete a minimum of a 12-mile bike ride, which has been quite an achievement for those young people. And the satisfaction and the confidence and the self-esteem that is given to each child, and how they then, to witness them share that with other adults about their accomplishments, has been rewarding for me to see, and genuinely see that sheer delight from them that they've been able to do it. Anything that's new to me naturally brings about some nerves, but once I've got into the swing of it and learned from experience and being guided by others and mentored by others, then yeah, those nerves soon go. Each month we have a meal out at the end of the month, and this young person for like 3 months on the bounce just wanted to go to McDonald's, and probably because that's all they knew, and they knew that what they were going for, they were going to get. It was consistent to them. And I knew that this young person, if they had a bit of confidence and just stepped outside of their comfort zone, they would enjoy a Chinese buffet that we have in town. And I managed to encourage that young person to make that choice for the benefit of him and probably myself as well. And once we had that Chinese buffet, I probably went for 6 months on the bounce then without fail, and just enjoyed going up and getting their food themselves, trying different foods. And on the first evening that they went, they used the chopsticks And he gave that a go, and it brought about conversation about Chinese culture and different facts, which was also quite interesting, yeah. I guess one of the good success stories are from looking after our children at the Orchard and other homes from when they first arrive at our homes and they're really struggling because they've left a placement and they're now surrounded by new people and new surroundings, new environments, new education. Maybe have lost friends, got to create new friends, new clubs. It's very daunting and it's very worrying due to the trauma that they've experienced. But with the consistent, firm boundaries and safe and warm environments, we can redevelop that and make sure that that child is safe and can flourish. And we see that with our young people after a few months. They've made such development in terms of the reduction in incidents, the progress they're making in education, the extracurricular activity that they're engaging with. And then months down the line from when they first arrived, we're then looking at potentially foster placements and how that step across can happen and what measures we're looking at and integrating that with that child's life. We generally offer a 2-year placement, fully integrated with education and therapy, but sometimes that happens sooner, sometimes that happens just after, but when they do move on, generally speaking, you can see that child's journey and the development they've made, and from how they first arrived to how they're now leaving, actually we've achieved a lot, and we can take pride in how we've been able to help that young person on their journey and see them move on to the next part or the next chapter, if you like, in terms of what they need to achieve, ready for adulthood and leading a life like us all. Although when you're at work, you're there for 24 hours, you're getting more days off in your week and at the weekend than you would if you were Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. So I see it as when I'm at work and I'll be back tomorrow, but then that might be, I've got Wednesday and Thursday off, which then turns into my Saturday, Sunday, and I've got all that time to myself, which I definitely say I get more time to myself and I get more days off than I would in a 9 till 5 job. And generally speaking, if you're doing 10 working days per month. Our psychotherapists or our psychologists at our different homes, primarily they're there to support our young people and work through their trauma and how they manage their traumas and their past and how they accept that and move on through their lives. But certainly for the adults at our residential homes who look after our children, our therapists are available to support us and how we manage our emotions, from hearing disclosures, listening to the stories, reading backgrounds of the trauma that our children have experienced and how we cope with that and how we can safely park that and manage our own emotions for us to be consistent and safe and available to our young people to support emotionally be stable. So our clinicians are important for our children, but also we get that regular check-in with our clinicians to make sure that we're able to look after our children and give them what they deserve.